right, man, let's talk about Errol Spence's rematch. You know, I think he got a couple more weeks left to figure out if he's going to take the rematch. And like I said before, he ain't got too many other options out there but to take the rematch. And you got to think about it. If he don't take a rematch, then what he going to do? Riddle me that, Batman. If he don't take the rematch, what are the other options? Right? A tune-up, you know. So the rematch is just going to be the rebirth or the cash out. As simple as that. The Canelo fight is not on the table if he don't beat Terence Crawford in a rematch. You know, and then what else? What else is there? He not probably gonna fight Jamel. At 60, it's not big names there. You know, could he go after the Lara, Zaffer, Garcia, Danny Garcia winner? I don't know what's going on with that fight. Zaffer stepped aside for Lara and Danny Garcia to fight each other. We ain't heard nothing about it. Supposed to be in August. Ain't heard nothing more about it. You know? And but at this point, the only option may be to take the rematch and get one last big payday. And if Crawford beat his ass in similar fashion, or, you know, he take an ass whooping to make it the distance or make it more competitive, you know, his legacy, if he loses, his legacy is going to be what his legacy is going to be. You know? That's just going to be what it is. You know? But I think it may not be another choice but to take the rematch. For real. That might be the only other respectable choice to do. You know? Because what are you rebuilding up to? Ask yourself, okay, I beat him. Do that put me back in the Canelo running? Okay. At 54, would that beat you? I just want to get a belt, then go to 60. Ain't nothing at 60. What you gonna gun for a Munguia fight? He's scared to get a belt. What you gonna gun for Janibek? Ain't no money in that. What you gonna gun for Lara, Danny Garcia? Might be some interest in that. What you gonna gun for Jamar Charlo? I doubt that. You know? So, you know, the rematch is the only key to getting what he truly wants, and that's big paydays. And that's big paydays. That may be the only key to getting what he actually really wants. So it's one last big payday, or if he win, it's Pandora's box to other big paydays again. And then it's like, well, he ain't got to say, well, Errol Spence did have an injury, you know, and with him being more competitive, be better. I mean, yeah. Yeah. In a way, that's a valid moral victory, but really, Terence Crawford is the only way to more paydays. Either one last big payday or more paydays. And one of the things he gotta hope is Bud is not focused no more. He think, oh, shit easy. I ain't gotta train as hard. I'm about to keep doing my victory lap around here. I'm about to party real hard and do this, that, and the third. That's what he gotta hope for. Where Bud get off his pivot. That's what he got to hope for. Where Bud, you know, stop being as focused. That's what he got to hope for. Bud stop being as focused. Think it's going to be easy. You know, and Terence Crawford he asked Shakur and them, should he come out there and fight or box Terence Crawford? So I'm gonna talk about that too in this video, but in my humble opinion, you know, I think the rematch is imperative. It's imperative. I think it's imperative. I think it truly is. Because it's come on. I mean, you skip it, okay. Then you just really got to, you know, build yourself back up. Now, you ain't got to start from the ground up at all. But what you're going to have to do is, you know, tune up, and then you got to be looking for a title fight. You know, is that going to be Zoo? I mean, what's going to happen with Jamel Charlo and the belts? Now it's a blueprint on how people going to want to beat you. Now, everybody going to have the skill set that Terence Crawford got and all. You know? So I think the rematch is the only way to correct it. Now, you know, the risk is if he loses again, it's pretty much over with, in my opinion. It's over with. And to be honest, not to sound like on a Rocky or Creed shit, but he gotta ask himself, what you fighting for? Because you talking about you fighting for the money. I want the money. I want the money. That's never a good sign when it's all about the money. Because when you get the money, you reach the ultimate goal. You can say, I want some more money. But if that's your only driving force to get up and get it every day, bruh, that's not sustainable. Trust and believe me. And maybe him getting his ass whooped, he have another, you know, level of motivation to go out there and whoop Terence Crawford ass. But if your main thing, that's why I tell people to find stuff that you love to do. They tell people that. Find things that you love, you passionate to do. They tell people that so, you know, when things get hard in your career, you know, if you love something, you're willing to continue to work through the bullshit to continue to pursue it or to get through it. See, put it to you this way. You know, if something happened at the job, you hate doing it, and you get a minor injury, you know you get to go home, and they still gonna pay you, don't go home. But if you love what you do, you get a little minor injury, you might just, you know, take some time for a minute, a little small break, and come back doing what you're doing so you don't get behind or whatever because you love what you're doing. You ain't really tripping. But if you're in an environment that you don't like being in, every opportunity you're going to look to leave. I hate this job. It affects the mood. It affects, you know, some days you got to get up and at least like what you do. And if his only motivation is to get some money, bro, he lost right then and there. And maybe this ass whooping gave him some motivation to get back, get better, get motivated, be focused during training. You know, go to a secluded area for training or something. But if he just fighting for the money, bro, he lost right then and there. But the rematch is the only way. It's the only way for liberation for him, man. Real talk. But will come big risks, come with big rewards. I mean, will come with big rewards, come with big risks. If you lose, it's pretty much over with. It's probably pretty much over with for Dog if he lose. You know? So that's something that he gotta think about. That's something that he gotta consider. But yeah, Terence Crawford was on the Porterway podcast real quick, and he was talking about how he was asking Shakur Stevenson and some members of his team how she could come out, because he wanted to come out and fight Errol Spence. And they told him he should come out and box. So, you know, he pretty much could have ended the fight earlier had he came out and fight, but then again, he could have got caught. You know, he could have got caught. But he was trying to go out there and beat the shit out of Errol Spence. And that's a smart thing to do when you come into big fights. Because fighting Errol Spence would have gave Errol Spence what he was looking for. Somebody standing right there exchanging blows with him. But that fight would have went 3 rounds. But he chose to box and break him down, stuck to the game plan. That's a smart thing to do. You go into these fights, you know, I think you got to do it smart. But I mean, he took his time versus Errol Spence. You could tell he chose the box. He chose the box, and as he should have, in my opinion. But then again, in his mind, he was prepared to fight. This is why you delegate some of your decision making. And everybody say you should box. You know, you come out and fight, you get caught, especially if you come out, you get caught cold. But that'd have been a 2 or 3 round fight if he came out there fighting his ass. For real. That fight wouldn't have went long at all. That fight wouldn't have went long at all. It wouldn't have went long, but I mean, shit, he wanted to fight him, man. It probably would have been the class. It would have gave Errol Spence a better opportunity. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I think it's always best to do what your best attribute is. But he would have fought him, he probably would have ran right to him. Probably would have threw a big shot, and you could get caught. But that's if we won't warm up the right way, man. A lot of them dudes come out straight up dry. And you get caught when you dry, it's hard to recover. But yeah, it would have been probably a more interesting fight had he fought him. Would have been a lot shorter. But he boxed him, took his time. And a lot of people felt that he carried Errol Spence in that fight. He could have really, you know, really got him out of there. But when y'all make a decision that you're going to go in there and box, I mean, go ahead and do your thing. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Welterweight Boxing Talk playlist out. Check the Boxing News playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Kick, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Peace.